Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a weekly message from Jesus. Each week, we try to bring you these messages of love and faith. Please tell your friends about them, they'll thank you for it. So, our Father is here, so allow us to begin. Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about several different subjects. First of all, I want you to be comfortable in who you are. Each individual is different. Each human is different. I wanted it that way. When we make your life plans, we send you back with a uniqueness. It is something that only you can have. You see, that uniqueness allows you to look at free will in a different way. You can do whatever you wish to do. You can follow your life plan, or you can choose not to. You can believe in me, or you can choose not to. That is the beauty and the downside of free will. We gave you the best possible life plan when you returned. It is only your guides and angels that know the lessons that you need to learn. So we send you back with that life plan that includes those lessons. Free will then allows you to move in any direction you wish to move. As a baby, you know nothing. We've chosen your parents that will best influence you towards living the life that you've chosen. Sometimes free will negates life plans, makes it very difficult. For instance, your parents may have decided they don't get along and they want a divorce. If you're very young, that can have a very hard effect on you. Because now your mother has free will and she may choose another husband that has no interest in following me or whatever. So you see, there's many, many complications that you're going to face in your life. I give you the opportunity to learn information so that you can make decisions to face those decisions. You don't know in advance what is going to happen. You don't know how long you've chosen for your life plan. You don't know what you've done in your prior lives. Basically, you know nothing. Your prior life may have an effect on the lessons you have to learn. You may think that you're going to have that you're living a very harsh and difficult life, but it could be that you are living a karma that you created in your past life. Well, the message here is don't create a karma that you're going to have to follow in your future life. If you live a good life, then your future life is going to have a decent life plan. It may have a difficult lesson. Maybe you have to have a serious disease such as Parkinson's or a cancer. But most often we will have that at the end of your life so that will create the exit points that you can return and that you can get another life plan. Illness can be a great example for others. How you face that illness is very important. Every day of your life, you set an example for others. It can be a good example, it can be a bad example. If you set a good example, then you're following my wishes. You set a bad example, you're following evil. Evil, evil will lead you down the wrong path. They're trying every day. That evil energy is trying to lead you away from me. I wanted it that way because I want you to be tested. I want you to be strong. I want you to do all of the things that you need to do to follow the life that I want you to lead. If you weren't tested, you would be weak. There would be no challenge. I want life to be a challenge. I want you to make the decision on how you're going to follow me. If indeed you make the proper decisions, then all will go well. Make the bad decisions, not so well. Not so well leads to karma in future lives. So as you see, it's all like building blocks. You build a strong foundation, and what comes on top of that foundation is strength. Each of you needs strength, inner strength, outer strength. Many of you have that strength. You're not afraid to mention God. You're not afraid to speak my words, and you're not afraid to try to bring other people to me. Many people of you are weak. You have no strength. You think that if you mention God, then you'll be ridiculed. Well, yeah, you will. Get ready for it. If you mention my words, people will make fun of you. Yes, that's a fact. It's coming. Get ready for it. Know what is coming. I'm telling you what's coming. It's what they did to me. You are no different in that respect. When I walked the earth, they made a fool of me. They tried to ridicule me. They threw stones. They spit upon me. But I got the last laugh. I was God. I knew what they were going to do. But I also knew that I had incredibly strong people around me. Everyone that I selected to come back with me, I knew had inner strength. They'd served me many, many times. They were near me in heaven, and I knew I could trust them. You see, there's a big difference in knowing who you can trust and who you cannot trust. Many humans think that trust is simply a word. It's not. Trust is a way of life. People can trust you or they cannot trust you. If they don't trust you, then you are leading an evil life. You're doing things that are hurting others, and you are creating a karma that you're not going to enjoy in your future lives. It all becomes very simple. If an individual can't trust you, then they will pull away from you. I tell people all the time that they need to avoid toxicity in their lives. Toxicity and evil will just pull you down, pull you to their level. It will take time away from your life that you will never get back. That is time that you could be helping others, but you're allowing yourself to be drawn down instead. I want to thank all of you that take time to be strong. I want to thank all of you that take time to be trusted. You see, in the military, trust is an incredibly tough thing. You have to trust that person next to you because your life may depend upon it in combat. Military service builds trust. It can lead you to leading an incredibly strong life after the military service is over. When you joined the military, you told the world that you support your country and that you want to save the lives of the innocent. The military is often significant with violence. Sadly, that's the way it is. Many countries don't show any interest in my words of not showing anger and hatred. They are greedy. They want more land. They don't care how many people they kill to achieve their goals. Those leaders are building an incredibly bad karma. You see, they're going to pay. They will live lives in the future where violence will be done upon them. That is the lesson that they will learn, and depending how bad they are, It will depend how many lifetimes they will get opportunities to learn those lessons. They may be sent back for short lives where they are killed in the military. You see, their decisions took many lives. They destroyed many families. They killed the hopes of many people. War is a terrible thing. I want to see it go away. I don't ever want to see another war. But I know there will be many in the future. Seems like humans can't help themselves at times. They have to hurt others. I don't, well, I'm God, so I do understand it, but it's not reasonable. Why do you want to hurt somebody else? Because that person's going to try to hurt you back. That's the way it is. Sadly, there is very little that you can do to stop people from wanting to hurt you. I wish that wasn't so, but it is. Today, I want you to contemplate the necessity of being strong, of showing courage, of showing bravery, of doing what you need to do to live a good life, and especially to help others. When you serve in the military, you're helping others. You're helping defend. Now, if you're serving in the military of an aggressor, you're not helping yourself. You see, you need not to do that. If you can avoid serving in that army, you need to do it at all costs. Don't support a tyrant that has raised an army to hurt others. You will be judged differently for fighting in that army than you will be for one that protects. Sometimes it's difficult to know because political leaders today have the ability to lie to you in such immense fashion. Many people don't know the difference from right or wrong. The Russian people are a great example because they've heard lies all their life. They've had communists lie to them. They've had the current regimes lie to them. If they do not have access to outside information, they have no way of knowing the truth. So we have to cut them a little bit of slack. But it's our responsibility to figure out how to educate them, how to show them the way out of the darkness in which they live. Life is very difficult. There's no easy day. There's uncertainty. The greatest uncertainty is going to be when you die. Each morning, when you put your feet on the floor, you have been blessed with another day of life. There will be a time that you will not be so blessed. It will be your final day on in this lifetime. You need to use each day as a blessing to help others. If you do that, then you will have no problems. If you don't do that, you'll create karma and you'll have problems. Pretty simple. But the most important thing is use the time that you have available to you to do the best you can to serve me and to serve others. You see, death is the great uncertainty, or it's the great certainty. If you believe in me, you know what's coming and you have no fear. If you don't, it's a great uncertainty and you fear it. Why would you want to fear something when you have the ability not to fear it? All you have to do is follow my words and you have nothing to fear. Many people think they're going to take all their money with them when they die. They're not. I can assure you of that. Why they want to accumulate great wealth and then die without doing good with it makes no sense. I want you to be comfortable in your lives. If you've made great wealth, I want you to enjoy it. We bless you to have that. You see, if we hadn't blessed you, you wouldn't have that wealth. So there's no reason why I wouldn't want you to enjoy it. But what I really want you to do is use it to help others. Use the little time that you have available to do the best you can to help others. Don't just sit on it. It's not a comfortable seat. When you die, you will not take any of it with you. Use it as best you can so that it helps you in your judgment with me. I want all people to be comfortable. I want them to be able to enjoy their lives, and I want them to do what is right. I made your planet beautiful so that even the poorest individual has the advantage to see beauty. I tried to think humans through pretty well. I wish that you would just simply follow what I want you to do. So I'm going to leave you now. Thank you for listening. I'll be back again next week. I tell you this each week because it's a fact. I'll bring you a different message. Tell your friends. Do all that you can do to bring others to hear my words. So I thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. Thank you so much for tuning in and hearing God's words. I try to bring them to you each week. I never know what he's going to say, but I know that they're going to be spectacular. Join us again next week. We had a problem this week, so we had to pre-record, but next week we'll be live. So goodbye. Have a blessed week. Love God, and all will be well.